tunnel. No, I don't work in the office. I am married. So a lot of lonely nights.
Oh my God.
Just gets tiring after a bit. You ever get caught doing that, guys? That ain't awkward. Yeah. Then she wants to see what you're watching. Yeah, every guy right now is looking down at the camera. Yeah, I show her. Yeah, that's what's up. There's two midgets going at it. Fighting over a football. She's like, what the hell? Well, babe, there's a kink side to me you didn't know about. Good thing you had a kid together, huh? Got a newborn. That's super exciting. Anybody have kids here? Yeah, you guys are all liars. There's nothing exciting about that. I haven't slept in 6 weeks. I go to weekly support groups hosted by Jack Daniels and Jim Beam. I feel like that's where my parents got the courage to have 2 more kids. Cool thing about tonight is I brought half my family here, mostly because they have to laugh. They're required. It's just what they do. None of them are good looking. So if you see a group of ugly people walk by, you know it's them. My uncle's had a mullet since 1962. And I touched it once. This is how I know me and my family are close. I touched my uncle's hair and he hit me in the balls. At a family reunion. And I looked over at my grandma and I said, Grandma, Uncle Robert just punched me in the balls. She said, well, did you touch his hair? I said, yeah, well, she said, well, he vagina punched me last time I did. It's right in the queefer. Yeah. You guys should see our family Christmas card. Bunch of rednecks.
Something really, really funny about my girlfriend and I, she loves to party. I'm okay with a casual drink. Naturally, there are some interesting encounters, like about a week ago, I think it was a Wednesday, was the day, and I come over, she's like, babe, come over, I have to give you your camera back, and so I'm like, alright, I'm gonna come over, and then I get there, and this is how she greets me. Hey, babe. Hey. My whole family's here, we're drinking. We'll remember this for next week. The best part about it, though, was there was like a family reunion thing, naturally, because Christmas was, I think it was a while ago, at least to my memory, and her mom comes home. I'm going to show you just facially what she did. Can you all see my face? Can you all see it? Can you all see it? Sorry, ladies, the face is taken. So she's there, she's sitting down, she's laughing, she's like, another shot! And then her parents would, oh my God, Thomas, I know, dinner was so great. Oh, look at our daughter. And then she's like, let me do another. My mommy's here. I need to act cool. Don't say anything, babe. Don't say anything, okay? And I could not contain it. No. Of course, the rest of the night she just kept repeating, I'm so embarrassed. Like, yes, I know, babe, you're mad. I'm so embarrassed. Change the record, babe. Of course, I'm not going to say that because I lose privileges.
I took a trip down to Planned Parenthood recently. I had to get tested. It was time. And the problem is, though, when you get tested, they don't give you the results right away. So they're like, oh, if you have something, we'll call. So I'm like waiting for the phone. I'm like, are they going to call? Are they going to call? Are they going to call? And my buddies were like, I'm sure they'll call. In fact, they were so sure of it, they created a betting line on the different diseases I might have. For those of you who don't know what a betting line is, basically it's a list of plays and the odds they pay out. For example, chlamydia is paying 3-1, gonorrhea 4-1, herpes 5-1, syphilis 10-1 if you're feeling like a long shot. Well, I found out about it and I put 100 on chlamydia. I'm really hoping I got it. I was in Subway the other day, and I was getting a sandwich, and I had to use the restroom, so I went in there and I used the restroom, and I was washing my hands, because there was somebody else in there, and they wanted to think I don't wash my hands. And so I'm washing my hands, and I noticed there's a sign there, and it says like all employees must wash hands. I'm like, good, you fucking better. And I was like, right below that, they had it in Braille, and I was confused. I was like, are there a lot of blind sandwich artists out there? Like I'm in line, and there's a blind sandwich artist back there, and he's like, did you say you wanted turkey? I'm like, yes I did. He's like, well, this smells like ham. I'm like, because it is ham, bro. Don't put it in the sandwich. Or I mean, nothing against the blind people, but I mean, do they like go into public restrooms and just kind of like finger fuck the walls to see if like there's a sign up somewhere? And if that's the case, wouldn't it be funny if we put up our own signs? Just had some shit written in Braille, like a blind person pisses and he's like on his way back, he's finger fucking his way to the sink, and he's like, oh, what's this? I've been watching you too. Oh, fucking bizarre with that, babe. Man. So, there's this thing about marijuana recently. It's on the ballot, and yeah, people are trying to get it legalized. I'm a big fan. Because I've actually been busted for pot, and I did some time in a very big house with a nice gate. And being in prison for a non-violent marijuana crime, I understand some of you guys might be intimidated by my gangsterness. But it's funny. It's like I do some time and I get out, and people are like, oh my gosh, you've been to prison? I'm like, yeah. They're like, oh, that's so crazy. And they have so many questions, and they always want to ask me questions. I'm just like, all right, whatever, I'm an open book, go ahead and ask me, I'll tell you. And but there's always one question they're really uncomfortable to ask, but it's the only one they want to ask. And I'm like, what do you want to know, man? He's like, I don't know, you've been to prison? Did you get raped? No! Is that how you ask somebody about rape? But it really pissed me off. Because why do I gotta be the one that got raped? When I got out of prison, no one's like, so you rape anybody? I'm like, well, I thought about it. Yeah, it's funny too though. People are like, oh, you've been to prison, you must have got some great material. I'm like, why? Why do you think that? It's such a boring place. There's no material in there. And I was like, seriously, like, you got the wrong conception of prison. What, you think I was just like walking the yard with one of my homeboys? We're just like talking about whatever. And somebody gets stabbed and blood squirting, and I'm like, whoa, 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 whoa. I just thought of a great dick joke. You got a pen? I want to write this down. Of course you got a pen.
Guys, I got this shirt in Texas because everything's bigger there. That's where I shop for shirts. I didn't mean to, I didn't really want to wear this shirt on stage tonight, guys. I had a really great tie-dye shirt picked out. But I got a stain on it that was so bad that it mattered. So that's where I'm at in my life, guys. That is where I'm at. Guys, I finally realized where rock bottom is. Seems like I've been shooting at it for a while now, but I think I finally pinpointed it. You gotta have goals, For a while, I thought it was sweatpants in public. Turns out that's not the case. Some 20-something-year-old girls just found out if you write juicy on the back, you're good to go. So, good for them. I tried it myself. Turns out it's got to say juicy. My mistake, right? What I did find out was the other day, one of those oversized chocolate chip cookies? I used one as a plate. for a smaller cookie. So that was it. Had to have the other hand open for my Diet Coke, guys. I'm not a monster, right? Guys, I'm pretty sad that it's so cold outside. I wish it was warmer. You know, you can go swimming. For us big guys, we can finally throw on the basketball shorts and take a dip in the pool, right? They don't make trunks that big for us. Then we can finally wear a shirt that's untucked. You know, it's pretty exciting. We wear it right into the water. It's for your benefit. See, for us guys, like, we can finally wear that shirt untucked, and it's kind of a relief, because, see, you see these big guys walking around with those V-neck shirts. They're not V-necks. They're just tucked in, you know? This shirt was born a regular shirt. It'll die a V-neck. That's where When you look like this, guys, you got to make some decisions with your life. You got to do some things, shake it up a bit, or, you know, head for that rock bottom. You know, whatever. I tried for a while, went onto the internet, looked around. Big mistake. I joined a Twitter group called Tweet What You Eat. I had to quit it because I couldn't fit everything into 140 characters. Hashtag depressing. Jokes. I was on there and I found this thing called your BMI. I don't know if you guys are familiar with that, but I was looking around to try to fix this, and I found what your BMI is, and as it turns out, it's kind of a gauge to tell you how you're supposed to be shaped, you know, based on how tall you are. I found out a person at my height should be somewhere between 125 and 150 pounds, which at this point in my life, it's just not going to happen, guys. I don't know if you guys are familiar with the 5-second rule. Doesn't apply to me. What does apply? The 50-cent rule. That means if I drop anything less than 50 cents on the ground, it's just going to stay there. I don't care. I'd be more likely to pay you $1 to pick it up for me at this point. But I found out, what I also found out though with your BMI, a person of my weight should be about 7.5 feet tall. So I've been working on that, you know. Gotta have goals. Just trying to do things to get taller. I've been watching a lot of basketball. I don't know. I've been looking at trees. Trying to learn from example. I don't know, guys. I've been snorting Extends. Does not work. Just makes your nose bigger, right? That was a lie. Pinocchio? No? Alright, cool. Guys, the other day I was doing some work that wasn't this, because this isn't my job. News flash. I was doing some work at home on a computer, and my computer died. My laptop died. See, I have my own computer, and my wife has her own computer, and she likes to keep it that way. Apparently, she thinks I'm going to do something weird with the computer. Look at me. Probably going to do something weird with the computer. So, you know, good on her, right? You know. So I had to finish this up, so I jump onto her computer. No one's in the house. It's just me and her computer. We're going to get this done. And I log onto her computer, and I type into the URL www. And it autofills. You know how it autofills to get you back where you left off? Sort of get things moving again? It autofills on my wife's computer www.wetv.com. In my own house. My biggest complaint is, why aren't I involved, right? You know? But I'm going to jump down the rabbit hole, right? I'm going to click on this link. We're going to see what happens, right? www.wetv.com. Click, and a window pops up that says, congratulations, you've been entered to win a dream home from Women's Entertainment Television.com. WETV. Right? See, as it turns out, I was just reading what I wanted to read, right? When my wife gets home and I ask her about this link, she's like, oh, it's super great, I was going to win us this dream home. I was like, hey, you know what's great? This was a dream home when I thought you were watching porn. So thanks for ruining my dreams. Right? You guys want to hear a joke my wife hates?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
They say, if you love something, set it free. Apparently, my ass loves farts. Yeah, she hates that joke. She agrees with nearly all of you. And I was like, well, what if I workshop it with her? Like, let's punch it up a bit. What if it rhymes? What if my ass loves gas? She's like, that's even more stupid. It's It's even more stupid. My wife really doesn't sound like an effeminate gay man, but that's the only other voice I can do. Aside from a strip club DJ, and that'd make the joke way different. It'd be like, what if my ass loves gas? That joke didn't work at all. But you know what does work? Amber. She works hard for her money. She also hated that joke. So, good on her. Good on her. But making some changes in my life, got to start small. I decided to get a memory foam mattress, but as it turns out, I'm pretty sure it's got Alzheimer's. I don't know if you guys have ever tried to shake the hand of somebody who's really bad at it, you know? Like it just feels kind of weird, it's gross, you know? That's how I feel like every time I get into this bed. You know, like I've got to remind it that it's my mattress. Like, yes, memory foam mattress, I am your owner. Maybe it's not so much Alzheimer's as that it just chose to forget, you know? I got a feeling I would too if a man of my size tried to climb on top of me half naked every night, you know? And it's just got to repress all those feelings and memories for like 20 years, and it just keeps them all inside, and then eventually it's just going to have to snap and go to the sleep doctor or something. I don't know. I don't know where mattresses go, guys. I don't know what's going on. Guys, I started nicknaming my penis the learning curve. Not because it tilts to one side, it's just not as hard as it should be. Right? Guys? Come on. I was recently out with my daughter, little daddy-daughter day. Not the weird kind. We were okay, guys. It was all right. It's not court mandated or anything. I wanted to, you know? So I brought her out with me, and we were in one of those weird situations. We were shopping in a Best Buy, and I had to use the bathroom. I didn't know what to do. I panicked. I wasn't sure where to go with this. I have to go use the bathroom, so I was like, I can't just leave her roaming around the personal electronics, and I've got to explain to my wife why we don't have a daughter anymore. So I'll bring her in with me, right? Who could possibly be in the bathroom at a Best Buy? Well, as it turns out, I guess it was Geek Squad break time, because everyone who's ever worked there was in the bathroom at this moment, right? Led to some quick thinking, you know, what am I going to do about this? I can't, you know, leave her out in the area. So I guess what I'll do is I'll bring her into the stall. At least she's contained. You know, she's locked in there, right? So I can turn around and do my thing. But then I'm thinking to myself, well, like, I feel like I'm going to turn around and she's like licking the floor. So I don't know what they do when you turn around. Do you? No, you don't. You're turned around. Think about it. So then I was like, I'll just sit. You know, I can sit and do this, and I can watch her while she's watching me. That just seemed like a mistake, you know? Not doing that. So, Epiphany, I'll put her on my shoulders. I'll go up to the urinal, right? It's okay, guys. I know she can't see me because I can't, right? But as it turns out, she's got a bird's eye view of the rest of the Geek Squad up and down the line there. So that was the day I pissed my pants. That's right.
I used to get high on life as well, sir, and then I built up a tolerance. So I think this year I'm gonna try weed. I think that's that's a New Year's. It's kind of true, actually. I am very high right now, and I'm gonna be 38 years old next month. And the thing is, like, I smoked a little bit when I was like 22 years old, maybe once or twice every year when I was with friends, and then I stopped for like 15 years and just started again like 2 or 3 years ago. Thank you. I'll tell you this: if you're gonna take 15 years off of marijuana, you want to like stretch a little first. Kind of like if you haven't had sex for 15 years, you don't just go diving into the acrobatic bubble kush. Otherwise, it's going to end pretty much the same way no matter what. There's going to be somebody in the fetal position crying. If it's sex, there might be a woman there. But I did that, and I need to get better at it because I started smoking weed again, and I forgot that I'm not good at that. Like one of the first times I did it, actually, one of my guy friends, we were out together, and we went to a local sports bar, and we were in the parking lot, smoked a joint before we went in, And then we got there, and the munchies like immediately kicked in, right? So I said, "Tell me about your greatest appetizer." And the bartender goes out to tell me about this nacho that apparently you get a T-shirt if you finish or something. I've seen T-shirts. I'm a fan. All right, let's. So they bring this thing out, and I kid you not, my buddy and I were going to split it, so we weren't eligible for the T-shirt, which is cool. But they bring this thing out. I kid you not, it was so big, it had a fucking horizon to it. Like that's what she said. Is there another show going on behind me that I'm not aware of? I know I'm stoned, dude, but we gotta hang out later. So I'm not kidding. Fuck me. This might be the greatest show I've ever done that you've seen. Come out Wednesday, bring some of that stuff you've got on there right now. Your $5 ticket is covered. But no, so like they bring this fucking nacho out, right? And I kid you not, the bartender was timing it because he just wanted to see. I think he suspected something was up. We finished it in 11 minutes. I was licking the plate at the end of it. And the thing is, we got so much into it, and we were so high that I didn't realize until after this fiasco was over that the entire 11 minutes, everyone at this bar had been looking at us like they were at the circus and they just fed one of the giraffes to the lion in front of everybody, like, oh my God! Just horrified, right? And if that wasn't bad enough, so the bartender comes over. My buddy actually was full at this point, and then the bartender comes over and he goes, "Jesus Christ, that was fast." I'm like, "You goddamn right, give some cheesy fries out here right now. That sounds like a great idea." So I ate the entire cheesy fry appetizer, went home, ate 2 more plates of cheese and crackers and a bag of potato chips, and then passed out. Yeah. You guys ever like drank a lot and then gone to bed and you have to get up like, in the middle of the night and go take a piss, You imagine like the opposite of that, but without liquid?
All cheese.
All cheese, yeah. See, he knows too. He's like, "Ooh, I give me that itis." No, I'm sorry, that's not what happened. But no, so this is what I got woken up to at 4 a.m. Like, I remember being in a blissful slumber, and then all of a sudden, like, I popped up, not like a slowly, like, no, I came up like Dracula coming out of the coffin, like, and all I could imagine, I think it was maybe the voice of God in my head. "You need to get out of bed and go directly to the toilet. Immediately." It was the only time I woke up and I was happy there wasn't somebody next to me in bed. Awkward breakfast conversation. "So, last night about 4 a.m., did we have an earthquake? Turn the news on." The ground shook. I'm a little disappointed also in my pothead ability because I feel like I was given, with great power comes great responsibility. I don't feel like I have. I'm not meant to deal with that responsibility, and here's why. I was involved, after I started smoking again, the munchies took over, and I was involved in a little bit of a scandal with a sandwich company. It wasn't like a Subway thing. I'm not a fucking maniac. But it was a Jimmy John scandal. I wish I was making this up. Yeah, unfortunately, you guys, I don't know if any of you are aware of this in here. Some of you might be, but I'm going to inform you right now that unfortunately because of me, you can no longer have just cookies and soda delivered to your house by Jimmy John's. I wish I was making that up, you guys. I challenge any one of you to go home and call them tomorrow and be like, "I want 6 cookies and 4 sodas. Sir, I'm sorry we can't do that. Apparently you haven't heard of Hauser's Law. I think it's in their employee handbook, like that was part of the settlement. What was most embarrassing about it is that they didn't choose to like inform me in a classy way, like with a lawyer through an email or maybe even a personalized phone call. No, I walked into my local Jimmy John's, which you don't normally do. I mean, it's delivery. And apparently the store manager recognized me just by my voice at the cashier. And she walks over, she goes, "John? It's kind of fucked up, all right?" "Yeah." And she's like, "Oh, I'm so sorry we have to do this, but we're not going to be allowed to deliver cookies and soda to your apartment anymore. You have to order a sandwich." "Am I not meeting the minimum?" "No, you are. Our drivers are just getting a little uncomfortable." And I feel like if you get a law named after you, even no matter how inconsequential it is, you just don't want that. It just sounds a little creepy, right? Like Hauser's Law. Like if I tell you, Hauser's Law is because, I mean, you may not know what it's about, but you're like, that's a little fucking weird, you know what I mean? Like, you could save a bus full of handicapped nuns and then get them to pass a law in Congress in your honor to prevent people from being assholes in public, which I think we could all get behind, but you wouldn't brag about it because the next question would be like, oh, Hauser's Law? So exactly who did you molest/rape? Like, why? Oh, you guys don't think about that dark shit? All right, well, you're on the right side of the stage then, I'll tell you that. I heard, I think it was Zach was talking earlier about how, like, he's a younger guy, you know, than I am. And he was talking about how, like, when he's having sex, he likes to make that noise right at the time of, you know, things. I hate to bust your dreams, man, but when you get, like, I'm almost 38, when you get this age, you don't care about the noises when you're about to, you're already there. That's like mission accomplished. Like, they can't cancel a shuttle launch when you're landing on the way back. You don't care about that. You worry about them canceling it before it takes off, right? So I don't worry about noises during it. You know what I would like to have at my age now? I need like a hype man before the acts. Like, maybe like one of those boxing ring announcer guys. As I'm walking into the bedroom, you know, she's already in bed because I'm a classy guy. You know, I let her disrobe under the covers so she doesn't have to do that in front of me. I mean, I get it. I know what I am. So then I started, could you just imagine kind of like walking in and be like, ladies and gentlemen, coming into the bedroom this evening, standing 5'7" tall, fighting with the blue balls, a record of 13 wins, 0 losses, 1 tie. You know where I'm going with that. Plus, I don't want to jump around anymore. Did I mention I smoke a lot of pot? I am single still, though, at this age, and it's very difficult because I'm, like I said, almost 38. I don't feel like I'm getting old, but in my life, you know, most of my friends that are my age, that I grew up with sharing experiences, they're all married and have families and loved ones or whatever. It's fucking infuriating. And but here's the worst part about it is because now that like everybody I know is in a stable relationship or started a family, now they're all starting to feel sorry for me because I've never been married, I don't have any kids, I haven't had many relationships really at all. I mean, I don't want you to feel bad for me, but that's just the way it is, you know? So they want to give me advice about why I have it so much better because I'm single, and they think that's going to make me feel better. If any of you people in this room do that to your single friends, I want to hit you with my car in the parking lot. Don't. It's fucking annoying. One of my female friends said to me, she's like, well, John, you know, at least being single, you don't have to worry about the inevitable breakup, which leads to just awful conversations, it's awkward, and there's crying. You don't have to deal with that. Bullshit. I've actually had a breakup conversation with a woman that was far more awkward than that, because as soon as I laid all this out on the table that I was so nervous to tell her that the relationship was over, her response was to tell me that she didn't know she was in a relationship with me the whole time. Oh my God! I think we were dating! It's so sad! I hate that all my jokes are so honest. Terrible. I had another one of my guy friends. I've known this guy forever, and he's been married for several years now to a woman that I've also known a long time. They're happy and whatever, or they fake it in public. I don't know. I can't figure it out anymore. Whatever, it's working for them. And he actually said to me the other day, too, he's like, John, well, you know what? At least being single, you don't ever have to make that awkward late-night run to the grocery store for the feminine products. Come on, guys, really? First of all, I just don't understand why you would not have enough confidence to where you would be disturbed by a thing like that. That part I don't get. But I'll be quite honest with you, it's been so long since I've been in a good relationship that I've considered as a single man going to the store and doing that just so people around me think I have somebody to hold up. Walking through like a Meyer with a big case of those around, like, yeah, that's right, case of tampons. Yeah, oh no, I'm not lonely and sad, no. Yeah, I know they're extra large, she's a big girl, but she loves me. Alright, thanks a lot, guys. My name is John Hauser. Keep it going for everybody else you've seen. And Brian. If you want to find out about my show, come and find me. I'll be hanging out. I'd love to see you guys on Wednesday. Thanks a lot.